Hitting record
And,
now. So, alrighty.
We'll come back, guys.
Oh.
Is my mic working?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
We're waiting to see if we hear the animatic audio.
I need to do. Sorry, I'm doing.
All you have to hit is the
notifications.
play.
No, I'm just muting notifications.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I'm getting emails right now.
I know, they start popping up in front of your screen. It's like, stop!
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they're popping up on here. I don't want to.
Not at
Nope,
all.
they're not. But I know what it's like for yourself. I get that during the class. It seems it's like, stop it. I'm trying to click something closed and that bloody thing keeps popping up in front of my screen.
Is there audio?
You have to, haven't heard anything yet.
Hear audio.
Oh, you said there is dots.
Yeah. At the bottom when you open
Oh,
up the
okay.
screen share.
Yeah, share computer sound there.
Yep, that's it exactly.
Right. Okay, I'm getting emails. Okay. Let me know when to start.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start now. Good afternoon. Hi.
Is everything okay?
Well, I guess maybe.
That's not very convincing. You want to talk about it?
Sure.
Great. So what's up?
Well, being a superhero really weighs on you.
I can see that. It is always stressful to take on responsibilities. Just remember that superheroes have problems too.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Thanks, Jimmy. I now realize that superheroes are people too.
You're welcome. You are the reason I had confidence when I attended city school.
Okay, cool. My first comment is it's all one shot. There's no cinematics. There's no camera cutting in close to who's talking or changing the camera view. I'm hoping to see some editing of where when somebody's talking, we cut close to them so we can see who it is that's talking too.
Okay. I guess. Oh, sorry.
Angelo, I seem to recall there being shots in your script, close-ups of the handshake.
Yeah, I had some troubles. My Premiere Pro where I was making it was crashing. So I was just trying to get my core thing done so that I could actually have something to submit and show.
Yeah, it looks completely different than the storyboard that I've
Yes.
received. I totally agree with David. We need to cut into some mid shots and we need to get some expressions. You know, the hawk really like, you know, and showing that expression and then some close-ups of them like, oh yeah, you know, and like a change of attitude needs to be stronger, like the samples that I was showing you in class with Aaron Blaze, and changing of expressions really help to send the points across. So we need to get some close-ups, some different shots. I mean, not necessarily over shoulder shots, but at least some mid shots, some close-ups, some expressions like, oh, I see, you know, some reaction shots.
Yeah, I see that you've have the one location outside. I think you changed that because I think you had an interior that went
Yeah.
inside before. So
Right.
that exterior is nice. I'm not sure from that exterior it clarifies where we are, or you know what that building is.
Mhm.
But not only close-ups and things, but you know, moving the camera position to the right and getting a different perspective. Because right now you're kind of a one-point perspective, and moving the camera left or right, maybe even not quite over the shoulder because they're both sitting on the same bench, but you get a 2-point perspective where we can see that the camera's moved over to the right, so we can focus on one of the characters more face on. But anyway, these are ideas that can be
Yeah,
discussed.
I'm writing them
Yeah.
down right now.
I've usually tried to get most people to keep 3/4 views because they're much more appealing than a bang on view or a profile.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, this is a great establishing shot, but then you switch it up, right? And understood if you've had technical difficulty, fair enough, but these are all things to bring this more to life.
Yeah, I think your original storyboard was working better than
Mhm.
this in some ways.
Yeah, I just had trouble fitting the original one in because it was going over 30 seconds. It was more going
Mhm.
into 40, 43.
Well, we could have had him go right into that office room, like just he's already walking into the office,
Okay.
and therefore he's instead of being outside, we can have him just stepping into the room right off, and it starts in that room, and then doing all the cutaways and over the shoulder shots. We could have went with what you had. The original storyboard had a few things in it that I talked about with you, but I think overall the original storyboard was much stronger. I love the voices. The voices are really well done. I think that there's some good expression going on there. I think you can push them a bit more so that we get a real extreme of, showing, one person's upset and the other person says something, that helps them move forward. And then a change of attitude again, not just visually, but also in the voice of like, hey, yeah, some excitement. And also too, when he's upset of, yeah, so to really push that a little bit more. But I think it's a good start on it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Kat, our
I was
client.
just going to say, Kat.
Yeah.
Kat, what do you think? We're looking at all the technical stuff.
Oh, good.
Do you need it to see it again for one?
No. I saw
Okay.
it. I do have my daughter kind of wandering around the
Oh,
background.
no problem.
Get
No,
her to look.
No, I just got after her. She's eating whipped cream out of the can right now. My only thought overall was I was kind of missing that connection to city school. I kind of understood that from what I gathered from, I don't know if it was my volume or something. But what I gathered from it, like the hawk was kind of down, but the guy was reassuring him that he, the hawk inspired him to go on to school and stuff like that. But there was no real connection to how that played into city school a little bit. Like there was no, you inspired me to take on this course at city school, or you inspired me to go to city school or something along those lines. So those are the main things I'm missing. There's no real kind of promotion of city school. There's promotion of self-confidence and things which we promote in College 101, but there wasn't an overall arching, this is why I went to city school or something. So that's the only thing I'm missing. I'm liking the conversation between the two characters and that, but that's the one key piece I'm just missing from this one.
Yeah, I think it was more in the actual storyboard, the original storyboard and script that Sue went over with them. From what I recall in it, it seemed that it was a little more obvious in the original one, wasn't it, Sue?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There needed to be some editing done just because it was quite long, but this isn't, but I would agree, Angelo, that you always have to keep in mind that you have a client brief that you need to meet.
Yeah.
And that client brief included 30 seconds and included promoting city school. So those are two pieces that those aren't the pieces you edit out. The length and the message have to be super clear. They just have to be. And I love that you're dealing with mental health. I love that you're dealing with confidence and all those things. I think it's such a relevant and timely and always, important message to come through. But I think if you back the ending into the middle or into like 3/4 through, so there's a little bit more room at the end, somehow your lead, we got to work on your opening to crunch that a little bit, to get into your story, get to city school a little sooner. So yeah, there are some changes in here, but but I love the concept. I agree that the message can't get lost. It can't be a throw in at the end. It's got to be key.
Okay.
Yeah, very good though.
It's very clean.
I think Jason probably should be next, just so that we make sure
Yep.
he doesn't lose his
Yeah,
either.
Jason, if you're here, where are you? Go ahead.
He's
He isn't here. Yes, he is. There you
Yes,
are.
he
Hi,
is.
Jason. How you doing? You're up, buddy.
he's right here.
Is this mic? Anyway. Wait, can you hear the song from the video?
No,
Ah,
you have to go back in on your video, on your screen share, and hit the little buttons at the bottom.
screen.
Open up screen
Oh,
share.
got
and
it.
at the-
I got it.
yeah.
I got it.
I knew you would. I knew you would. Hmm. Nope, we don't hear anything still.
Jason, no sound either.
No sounds.
No sound.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were working on it, so I didn't want to say anything, but
So can you push up the volume, Jason?
Yes.
You can hear.
You can
Can
hear
you-
the sound.
Yeah, we hear the
Just a
sound, but it's
little.
very, very low.
Oh, I can't hear it at all.
Yeah, it's still very low, Jason.
Ah. Everything is mass. You know, I thought everything is mass.
frustrating. Don't know what to tell you.
I think probably then it's a possibility when it was recorded.
Are you able to check your speaker volume settings on your Zoom call?
Mhm.
Because usually under your Zoom settings, there is a volume button control too as well for when your computer audio is adjusted.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different spots where you can change the volume.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again. I just.
There you go.
Good man. Good man.
What happened? Oh, I got it. Wait, what? I thought it's broken.
A graduate from the city school metals in building course. I can help you repair the car. You want to get a wrench?
Oh my god, you're busy. I want to learn about how to fix cars.
Please for your car. Call me up.
So maybe we should look at it again.
Yes.
Now
look
that
at
we
the
can
market
actually hear it.
too.
What happened? Oh, I got it. Wait, what? I thought it's broken.
A graduate from the city school metals in building course. I can help you repair the car. You want to get a wrench?
Oh my god, you're busy. I want to learn about how to fix cars.
Please for your car. Call me up.
I really enjoy all the posing in that one. I could really see what was happening. That was great. At the beginning, when the car comes to the stop, I see two characters hanging from the top. Are they supposed to be air fresheners or something? It looks like they're actually hanging by the neck. I wasn't sure about that.
I love them.
Thank you.
Jason, as far as the sound quality goes on that, I know we've just started doing character voice profiles and recordings. That's just a placeholder recording, is it not? I'm talking now about technical quality and how muffled that was, and
Yes.
that's a placeholder?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I told them that at this particular point, because
Right.
their scripts may change and everything. I said, try to get something that's pretty close to where you want it to be. But if it's a placeholder, then still act it out well enough that we get the idea.
Yeah, of course. Just wanted to make sure, because some of them have moved ahead to do their final recordings, so.
And if they could, then go ahead and do their finals.
Mhm.
I think it was personally awesome. I was chuckling before the audio even came into the into the video because you're very animated in the expressions in that. I absolutely love that you have a woman fixing the car. Yes, woman power. My only real suggestion is switch out how you are promoting City School at the end. So instead of a business card, make it into like a brochure looking thing. It's just a matter of, I wish we had business cards, but unfortunately we don't have business cards in that. So normally it's a brochure so people can kind of look over what's available and stuff like that too. But other than that, I think it's great. I think it's I just think it's awesome, the little details. I can't really see, I can't wait to see it finished. Awesome job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've got a technical question. Just that, so the car comes to a stop. So I'm not sure, do you, in your mind, do you know what's wrong with the car? Because when the female character gets down to fix it, looks like she's fixing the rear tire. So I just don't know what the setup is and the solution, just so it makes sense. And I'm not sure if it was making sense for me. So I just wondering the clarification so that I can see that that's working. So what is the female character fixing when she gets down?
Engineer, maybe. Yeah, engineer.
The engine.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's the engine, she's at the wrong end of the car. The engine's at the front of the car. She's sitting down at the back wheel. Okay. Do you see what I mean?
You have a questions? Can you pardon? Let's can you say again the questions?
Yeah. So if the car is having engine trouble and that's why it stopped, and then
Yeah.
the character comes to fix it, she should be at the end of the car where the engine is. Right now, she's at the back of the car.
Oh, I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. Yeah, that's
So
not
it's
amazing.
like working on the back wheel as opposed to, unless, you know, it was a wheel problem, but if it is an engine problem, should be looking where the engine is.
Okay.
Well,
I think
simple.
that.
Yeah, a simple solution could be like that you could just say, I've got the flat fixed. And
Yeah.
And you can handle it that way. That way you don't have to completely change all of the animation. It could be just more of a verbal thing.
Right. Yeah, so it's just figuring out what it is so that it visually makes sense and we can follow along. I wasn't sure just what was happening.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah. Good. That was my only question. I think everything else was nice. I like all the posing, which really helps seeing what's going on. And again, cinematics, there are nice cuts and close-ups and things all really flowed nicely that way.
Yeah, I like that you have the character on the third of the screen. In most of the shots, you have the character over to the third as opposed to dead center and looking straight at the screen, like I've always pushed not to have them look straight at the screen.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you did that.
Right.
Thank you.
Cool.
So the flat is fixed or something.
Yep, that's an easy script change for you, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason. Okay, let's go back up, I guess. David, you're ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, very good. We'll go back up to the top then. Manar, you're up.
I think it's going to be nice.
Okay.
Did you hit those? Yeah.
How can I help my students if I cannot meet them on the campus anymore?
Ouch! Huh? Hawk, what's wrong?
After everything is being online during the shutdown, I'm not sure how I can reach out to students now.
Don't worry, Hawk. Now it's about the right time to use the marketing skills that I got from City School. Oh, let me take a picture of you. Say cheese for your ad. And done!
Students are joining us online and for free. You too can join us now.
Nice.
That's great.
Well done, Manar.
Let's see it again. Looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Let's watch once more.
How can I help my students if I cannot meet them on the campus anymore?
Strong posing. Good hookups.
Hawk, what's wrong?
After everything is being online during the shutdown, I'm not sure how I can reach out to students now.
Don't worry, Hawk. Now it's about the right time to use the marketing skills that I got from City School. Oh, let me take a picture of you. Say cheese for your ad. And done!
Students are joining us online and for free. You too can join us now.
Angus voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. The picture taking ching, 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 ching. I think you could move that up, that sound effect up, because she's just looking down at her phone and it's already starting to start going chick, 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 and she's taking a picture of his feet or something at that point. So I think that don't start the clicking of the picture sound until we get her starting to reach out with the camera, and then start that kind of thing. Great strong poses. I love that you're hooking up the scenes. Looks terrific.
Mhm.
Looks terrific. And I like your wipes there with the big puff of smoke and stuff. Looks good.
Yeah, really strong. My one thing that pops out at my head right away is at the very end, I would love that City School logo to be there sooner so that it's on the screen longer.
On longer, yep.
That was a really quick. So even if you superimpose it over the hawk who's in the middle of that screen.
Fade it up.
Yeah.
Have it come fade up.
That needs more presence so that it really stays in people's minds.
Okay.
Nicely done, Manar, though. Really nice. Love how when you do the over the shoulder, you black out the other character who's not speaking. Yeah. Like you didn't, I like the lack of detail there. It really focuses on the speaking character. Really nice.
Yes, exactly. Lack of detail. We don't need all that stuff. We just need the poses, the strongness of them, and that reads loud enough. Excellent job, Menard.
Yeah, I really like the cinematics. I like the over-the-shoulder shots, really focused in on the character that we need to see. It was working really well. One part I was a little confused at where the little word balloons pop up. They were so quick, I wasn't sure what. Were we supposed to read those or what exactly?
I take it that was kind of like social media responses.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could read a little bit longer, but I think it's more that he's now online. I mean, if it would go too long, then I'd rather just see them even not be there. But a smidgen longer could help. But make
Or
sure
even-
too, again, that flush thing. Sorry,
Well,
go
even
ahead,
like
Kat.
a little icon maybe too, like have
Yeah.
like a little like tweet bird and that, and then
Right. Yep.
little bubble, and just to add it in, because we do have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, right? So
That's a great idea.
Perfect. Perfect.
Good.
I wonder, Minar, there too, as opposed to having, like, you have a message come up and leave and come up and leave. What if they add to each other? I know that that's not how it really works, but we just see the addition so that they're not gone from the screen so quickly, and it looks like more. They're adding up.
It may
You can
work.
layer
Okay.
them.
Yeah, could do that. Absolutely.
Sounds good. Okay.
It's animation after all. We can tweak the truth.
overall, I absolutely, you know, it's kind of funny that you have this as kind of your focus of the online platform and everything. Because actually today is the day of our release for open applications for spring and summer right now. And we're online this coming semester and that too. So it really spoke a lot even to, I was laughing because I was identifying with the hawk a little bit because I'm like, how am I supposed to reach people from being in the house and stuff? I kind of really like that little, I'm like, oh, it's speaking to me. I like this. But at the same time, I think it speaks to a lot of people too, even that frustration of like, where do I find things, like being online, what's available. And I love the fact that you incorporated Zoom too, because Zoom is usually the way that we do our classes and that too online. I think it's really well done. You've been given a few pieces to kind of add to it in that, but overall, like, yeah, amazing. Thank you so much.
Really nice, strong poses. I just love the poses. And like David said, is like what I've been trying to get you guys to do is just don't worry about details. Just put it in, throw it in. It's simple. People will read it, long as it reads.
Yeah, nice exaggeration.
Beautiful. All righty.
All right.
So Anna is out. Now we go off to Sergio. Is that correct?
My mistake. I'm sorry. I was muted for that. Thought I was on. Farhana, you're up next, hon.
She said she was out for a short bit.
Nope, she's right
Oh, there
here.
you are. You're back. Okay, good.
How do I share the computer audio again?
When you open up the screen share, before you click on what you want to click on, you'll see at the bottom it says computer enhance or something like that, and sound or something. So you click on those little buttons at the bottom.
Can you hear this right now?
Yep, now we can hear it.
Worry not, I'll save you.
Excuse me, can I put your photo in the paper?
This is amazing. Where did you learn photography?
I took the free photojournalism courses at Mohawk City School.
Free? I'll have to check it out. You can take my picture anytime.
Cool. Nice. I wouldn't mind seeing it once more. That's very good.
Okay.
Again, lots of nice posing.
Worry not, I'll save you.
Love that cat.
Excuse me, can I put your photo in the paper?
This is amazing. Where did you learn photography?
I took the free photojournalism courses at Mohawk City School.
Free? I'll have to check it out. You can take my picture anytime.
Great posing in there.
Nice, nice.
Very nice job.
Tiny detail, but does anybody else, when he says you can take my picture anytime, does anybody else see a little dingle off his tooth? Like just like a goofy little smile, you know.
I should add
You
that.
because he's so cheesy. He's a poser, but I love it, man. From your first script to now, like I just see the consistency right through, and how you've for me, for what I could see when I read the script, this is what I saw. Well done. That's really cool.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Nice strong poses, nice loose gestures in those poses. It's like life drawing, putting in the nice gestures right into those poses. Excellent.
Yeah, some of those poses will be a challenge to pull off in our limited 2D, but we'll take a look and see how we maybe adjust so that it'll work. So
I was thinking the
doing
exact
a
same
whole lot
thing.
of new poses and things that's gonna, yeah. But anyways, that looks great.
She'll pull it off. She'll pull it off. Kat, what do you think?
I think it was very creative. I love the animation so far and that too. And I love that you spoke to, the neat part was, it was almost like how I see our photojournalism students, their pictures, right? Like you see a regular picture that everyone takes every day, but then you see it after they've like kind of edited a little bit. It's like, oh, wow, like that's beautiful. Like I got that feeling even when she showed, oh, look what I did for, like, look at this picture I took of you and stuff, right? So I really like how that played into the factor of you don't realize the kind of pictures you can take unless you actually have that photographic eye. So amazing job on that. I love the reference to the school and that. I don't think I really have anything to add at this point. Maybe throw a logo in at the end. Sure. But yeah, other than that, great point of reference, great storyline, loved it. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah, like when you're saying that that logo, in the spot where they go to turn around, that might be a possibility of having that logo flash. Yeah, I'd like to sit down and we'll go over that.
Yeah.
Couple of little spots.
Well, one thing
Like the emotion. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. One thing I was going to mention is the story itself is 30 seconds is what we're seeing. But what we can be adding is a title, which can be beyond the 30 seconds at the beginning, which could incorporate the logo. And then after the story's finished, credits. And in the credits can be the logo as well. Could be repeated or whatever. So that could help.
Yeah, I've suggested to them to put 2.5 seconds at the head and 2.5 seconds at the end so that they can put in a title and logo and things like that.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that 30 seconds is the story.
Yep.
Title at the beginning, credits at the end are extra. And yeah,
Oh,
we've got time to put those in.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
I just wanted to add in there, I'm liking the emotion in your voices too. So as you're going into your final recording, like, well done. You're in a good good exaggerated voices. They sound nice. They sound good.
I'll let
I was
them
gonna say
know.
the hawk
Especially the cat.
Nice worried meow.
Ow! Help!
I just want to clarify, as far as the adding the logo is concerned, I understand that you're explaining that there's the 2.5 at the beginning and the end, those kind of bumpers. But if this were being broadcast,
right,
those bumpers would not be there, correct?
No, that's right.
So I just want to clarify that for the client, for actually having that logo within the production, because it's the production that gets aired. So I think that's important. And I just don't want to mislead the students to thinking that they don't have to have it in the film.
That's why I'm saying that as they turn, that's why I said that. As Hawk goes to turn, instead of that awkward animation, we can throw in the logo there. It comes on screen. And then when we cut back to him taking off,
great.
Perfect.
You know, and it avoids that awkward animation. But like I say, we'll go through that, Hannah, and we'll talk about where to put it and how long to put it in for. All righty.
Thanks for clarifying. I just didn't want it heard that they could put it in the bumpers and nowhere else.
No.
Okay.
No, I've pushed already for them to put it inside their storyboards. And that has to be clear that those other parts are just to say, give credit to Angus for the voice of Hawk, and Mary Lou have done, did this, and at the beginning, some kind of little bit if they want to do that, just so that they understand how to do opening credits and closing credits and stuff like that.
For sure. Anything else?
That's it, I think, for that one.
Good.
Great
Okay.
job for Hannah.
Yeah.
Good acting, nice posing, everything.
Thank you.
Sergio, you're up. You're on deck.
See here.
Yeah, he is.
He is, yeah.
He's not on camera. though. Sergio, can you indicate that you've heard me and are getting on screen share?
He slipped into a coma.
Or maybe he's not really here. He's just signed on and left the building. I'm going to move on, Sergio. If you're hearing this and you are here, you need to indicate somehow that you're Lawrence. Let's move on to Lawrence, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Nope. Oh yeah, there's Lawrence.
Yeah, he's right there.
Lawrence.
He's setting it up.
Yeah. Just want to make sure he's hearing.
You guys can see that, right? Or
yep.
Is the audio playing?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Got to go back in on the screen share.
So how do you do it again? The audio?
Down at the bottom of the screen share, when you open up screen share at the bottom, you'll see your different choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Little check boxes.
Help! Aha! We're here to save the day. 15 seconds until reactor meltdown. Oh no! What do I do? Do I save the civilian or try to turn off the Hawk? Go save the civilian. I'll turn off the reactor. I got this. That was good thinking, Kestrel. How did you know what to do? City school. I learned the basics for free in the welding course. It gave me the knowledge of mechanical engineering.
Did you guys want me to play it again?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, I found the audio is a little hard to hear. It's a bit low.
Oh, is it? Low way. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something you can at this point, but
yeah. Sorry about that.
well, I might be the one having the trouble.
Help! Aha! We're here to save the day. 15 seconds until reactor meltdown. Oh no! What do I do? Do I save the civilian or try to turn off the Hawk? Go save the civilian. I'll turn off the reactor. I got this. That was good thinking, Kestrel. How did you know what to do? City school. I learned the basics for free in the welding course. It gave me the knowledge of mechanical engineering.
Yeah, I could hear that much better. That was great.
Pat, can I ask you, does that content-wise, program-wise, I don't know enough about the programs to know if that is logical. Is it? I mean, there's animation, exaggeration, and then there's, it doesn't work. I hope.
I'll have to do a background and look into it because I'm trying to remember what exactly the welding led into. It might be millwright. That would be more preferred than the mechanical engineering. I think that one's more in our other course, but I'll double check on that. My only thought was, I'm just wondering, because you've now created a sidekick for Hawk. If his focus is that he's learned his skills and everything from City School, could it possibly his cape be the City School logo instead of the Mohawk logo? the hawk represents Mohawk, and then the sidekick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I can change that up. Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool.
But yeah, other than that, I like the connection and everything. I like the factor that he was like saving the hawk as well, like kind of like supporting him in that too. But yeah, other than that, that one little detail, but I will find that out for you. So actually, I'm gonna check that right now.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, I find some of it confusing visually, of who's talking and when they're talking. And I find the voices a little bit similar. I think there needs to be a bit more of a change between the two characters' voices, so that they really are distinct. And I also feel that when we're having them talk, we're either going too much to an extreme close-up, or we're too far from them to understand what's going on. I think that if we have those first shots where he's concerned, set up a little different than being so far back. I think we need to reestablish some of those shots to make it clearer who's talking and when they're talking.
There's a bit of action that went by awfully fast that I wasn't really catching.
That's what I mean. It's
yeah.
confusing. I felt it was confusing going through there. I sort of get the idea, but it's not clear enough.
Yeah.
And I think it could be really awesome, but I think it's a matter of you and I probably sitting down with your script and going through with your storyboard, which I've done with a few other students on other days outside of classes, and said, okay, let's sit down, just you and I, and we'll go through the board together.
That would be great. I'd actually like to have that. Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to have that too. So yeah, let's do that. We can spend some time, just you and I together, and work it out. And I'll give you some really rough sketches like I've done with other people, where they're just quick little sketches and stuff like that. And then you can use those kind of references for your board. All righty, and we'll set it up a little stronger. Because
Okay,
I like where
perfect.
it's going.
Thank
I
you.
just think
Yeah.
it needs a little bit of strength to the posing and the framing of some of the shots. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Lawrence? We'll make some time just for you and I to do that.
Lawrence, as
Perfect.
far as the voices go, if you think back to the character profile, the character voice profile, that's one of the places where with Kestrel being a younger version, his voice could be slightly higher, right? A more youthful voice. He can still be heroic and whatever, but that's one of the ways that you can bring in that difference in voices. You could even give him a squeaky voice, because sometimes doing the opposite of what you would expect,
that's right,
from a superhero actually brings in, especially since he's the one who saves the day, it's that juxtaposition that really builds on the playfulness and the animation, exaggeration, all that kind of suspension of disbelief that goes on.
If you have two people and they're both strong and they're both built the same, or they both sound the same, then it doesn't make either one of them strong. So exactly like what Sue is saying, if you have a skinny little scrawny wiry guy and he's got the squeaky voice, then it's an opposite, and opposites complement each other. So that's really, really important to do. So yeah, that would be the ideal. The other thing that I'm a little bit concerned about is Hawk is supposed to be a superhero, and we've got him super weak. And I know you're trying to give the exaggeration so that this kid can try and direct him, but Hawk could still be concerned and not lose his sense of who he is as a superhero. And I think he loses that a bit too much in this, to be honest with you. I think he becomes a little bit, I don't know what to do. And I think that would be very unlikely that Hawk would act like that. I get that he might be, I'm not sure what to do at this point, and still have that kind of authoritarian voice that I'm just not sure. Oh, don't worry about it, Hawk. All you have to do is just do this. Oh, yes, of course. And still maintain his kind of personality through it.
Yep. Good.
Well acted, Lil.
Well, just trying to show the extremes. I mean,
I
you
know, I
still
love
can
it.
maintain.
Yep, I love it. Okay.
That makes sense to you, Lawrence?
Yeah, all good. I wrote everything down.
All right, we'll go through it all together.
Great. Cool.
Well done, Lawrence. Sergio, are you back? No. Okay, we'll move on. Jalen, you are up next.
Is my mic working? Okay, perfect. I can't hear anybody else though, so this is a problem. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay. So screen share.
The little buttons at the bottom.
All right. Can you see this?
Yep. There it is.
All right. Can you hear the volume or is it still muted?
No, it's very loud.
Oh man, I love this manga. Maybe I should get something to eat. Maybe a burger and fries will do. Seconds later. Yes, sir. Finally time to eat. I guess I gotta go to the store. Seconds later. I'll take one of these. Oh, Hawkman? Hello, my friend. It is I. One thing I always tell my friends, no matter who you are, you can be a hero too. So my original thing was with my thumbnails, the story was more expanded and it would have made a little bit more sense, but it went way over 30 seconds. It was like 50 seconds or something like that. So on the original thumbnails, like, so my character idolizes Hawkman, right? Since of course he is the city school mascot, right? So what he was going to do with what Hawkman told him, he was going to like see like a thief robbing an elderly woman. And since Hawkman just told him, you know, anybody could be a hero, he was going to save that woman. Then that would be like what you would take out of the story. But no, since it's 30 seconds, I couldn't really. I had to try to like make it make at least a little bit of sense.
Yeah, I'm still not getting the reference to city school in this, Jalen. I know
I have to make more of a connection with that.
yeah, for sure. It goes right back to early comments on your script. There's just I'm just not, it's not there. It's just not
Right.
there.
Yeah, the same with the visuals. They're all over the place and you're going in, you're trucking out, you're having cross dissolves, you're doing this, you're doing that. It's going all over the place. And we're going to a whole pile of locations and we're not doing the stepping in like I talked about, where you establish somewhere and you step in closer, you establish where everybody is and you step in closer and you start to tell the story. You go to mid shots, close-ups for reactions, and then you step back out if there's new information, etc. We're just not reestablishing, we're not stepping forward in the proper, the way that you would normally step forward. I think you and I, if you would like, we can sit down again, sort of like what I'm gonna do with Lawrence and just have a one-on-one Zoom and walk through the script that you have and the boarding of it together. Okay.
Right.
Perfect.
All right.
So I'll put some notes down to sit down and do a walkthrough with your thumbnails over again and through your storyboard over again, so that we get something a little more solid.
Yeah, something simpler for sure.
Absolutely.
Because
Too many
right now,
locations.
It seems like the main action is taking place in the grocery store. This whole setup in the house and the kitchen, all that. I don't even know where that's going or how that helps the story. He could just be shopping and runs into the Hawk.
Yeah,
Where you go
exactly.
from there. Yeah, it just needs a stronger plot.
Yeah, we just need to start in one location and keep it in the one location, like David's stories that he's done with you guys, and just simplify it. One location, there's a situation, it's a problem, and then we talk about it from there and just go back and forth between the two characters. It gets resolved and everything's good.
All right.
And there should be the element of city school. Like
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. It gets resolved by something about city school.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm going to let you deal a little bit with the script with Sue.
Mhm.
And then Sue, if once you feel he's gotten to a point with the script somewhat, I'd like if you can email me saying, okay, this is the script that him and I have gone through. And then Jalen, you and I will set up some Zoom meetings just to go through and really nail this out visually.
For sure.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. Okay. Mamadou. Not here. Not here.
Let's see.
Tatiana.
Right. So good morning. I'm just going to share my screen.
Thank you.
Yes.
These flowers weren't here yesterday. I need to investigate this. You there, identify yourself.
Oh, I'm Sam, the new gardener. I'm planting some new flowers. Like this, watch.
Wow, where'd you learn how to do that?
I learned at Mohawk City School's horticulture class. Check out their other amazing free courses.
Pretty fancy growing there. I love it. You did an awesome job visually.
Yeah, it looks great.
Pretty fancy growing.
Should I play it again or?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
These flowers weren't here yesterday. I need to investigate this.
That sounds good.
You there, identify yourself.
Oh, I'm Sam, the new gardener. I'm planting some new flowers. Like this, watch.
Wow, where'd you learn how to do that?
I learned at Mohawk City School's horticulture class. Check out their other amazing free courses.
That last shot, it looks like the plant should still be there and you can just keep it behind because it seems to just pop off. I know it's animation and all, but it's kind of popping off and it looks a little bit funny. So yeah, I'd leave that in there on that last shot too when she's handing him the card. Or the brochure, we should make it into a brochure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But great visuals, nicely framed that you got it on thirds. You've got some really nice expressions happening. You got some good voices. It's nice sound effects. You've done a really nice job.
Thank you.
I love the playfulness of this one. And as long as City School doesn't mind that we're making, perhaps unreasonable claims, but but I love it. I mean, it's clear that it's playful. So
It's animation, for God's sake, Sue.
I know, I love it.
It's animation.
I know. That's what I love. I think it makes great use of animation. We couldn't shoot this live. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, you could, but so very small changes is. Go ahead. Sorry, Kat, go ahead.
No, it's okay. No, I think the animation was great in that too. If only my plants grew as fast as that.
I know, that's what I'm thinking.
Mine die that fast. Yeah.
Mine have a tendency
You have to go to city school, David. You have to go to city school.
Again, my only suggestion is switch it from a card to a brochure.
Right, 100%.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it's great. I think it promotes horticulture really well. And it's funny because we don't really have a problem promoting that one, but hey, even this PSA would be awesome to add to it. But yeah,
it's very cute.
great job. I thought it was very cutesy and playful. Very attention grabbing. I liked it.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job.
Yeah, I even hear you started to add some music in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
choice of music too. I like it keeps it light and yeah, it's fun. David, did you have anything else you wanted to add or?
No, all look great. Good.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tatiana.
Thank you. Oh, look at there. We got a garden happening. What's going on there?
My daughter wanted to show her plant. She's a better gardener than I am.
I was just going to say, look at that. Just magically appeared, just like your video.
Okay, Ethan, you're up.
Is it there?
Yeah, he unmuted, so I'm assuming.
Can you hear me?
We can, but it's kind of low.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just turn something up quickly then.
Yep, just slightly.
Is that better?
Oh, there we go.
Much better.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Let me just open it quickly. Sorry. Alrighty. Let me share my screen.
Don't worry, just when it happens, you'll get it.
Alrighty. Oh, okay. There, and then... Sorry.
No problem. What difficulties are you having?
I'm trying to see how I can stream it. It's not like I'm clicking the share screen at the bottom, but the actual file is not showing. The thingy's not showing up in the list. It's just showing things like the other tabs I have open.
Open it first.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Just open your screen where that is, and then hit your share and try it that way.
Okay, I'll try. I mean, if you this was the folder it was in. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, open that up first.
Can you see this now?
Yes, I can see that. But open up the first picture of that or the first thing of that. Okay. Now close the share screen, but have that open on your desktop. And then when you go to share screen, click on it where it's opened. Whether it's playing or not, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Just open it personally, open it for yourself already, and then hit share screen.
Okay. So let me just this.
So do you have it open on your desktop?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now hit share screen and go to that file, that opened file.
Okay, I mean, I can probably just share my entire screen. It'll probably like showcase the Zoom call for a quick second too.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, so you should be able to.
Okay, no, you should. Okay, yeah. Focus of the future. Okay, there you go. Yep, we see it now.
Alrighty. The sound should also be working too.
No sound at this point. Oh, there. Oh, you might have to turn it up a bit.
Okay.
But now we've got it anyways. That's good.
Okay. Oh, let me open it again. You said the sound's quiet?
Yeah, it's a little bit low.
Alrighty.
My name's Todd Forbes.
Is that better?
In advanced manufacturing.
It's still a little bit hard to hear.
Is that a 100. Oh. Yeah.
Well, let's let it
100,
play through and see what we say first, and then we can try and arrange that after.
Okay. Yeah, because I can hear it really loud on my end.
My name's Todd Forbes, and I work in advanced manufacturing. It's actually all thanks to the hawk that I even found out about it. Ah! I have landed! My name's the Hawk. I'm here to help. Check out City School. They have a ton of courses you can take for free. Good luck. I'll do my best.
So you're going back in time is what you're basically saying, right?
Well, yeah, it's like it's the beginning little portions, like saying like, oh, check the blah blah blah, and then it goes to like a, well, not so much of a memory, but it's more so just, I guess it would just say like a sequence showcasing the events that led up to how he ended up in his dream career. I definitely think I can give a little indication of that, whether it's like a wavy.
Well, we'll do a ripple dissolve. We'll do a ripple dissolve from one scene to the other,
exactly.
like a dreamy ripple dissolve of maybe 24 or 32 frames, and that'll take us like, whoa, and we'll go to the present or the past, and him going through talking with the hawk and the hawk landing and all that stuff. I'd like to be able to, if I can, with you, is go through your storyboard and animatic once more. In person, so we could have a quick little Zoom meeting, and I can show you how to indicate all of that stuff in your storyboard, if that's okay with you. That's one of the suggestions I'd have. Yeah, and the sound still is a little bit off for me. And I also noticed that the voices of the two characters are very similar. I like them, but they're too similar once again.
Yeah, that's something I could change. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be something that you'd want to work on.
Okay.
That's play it again, Ethan.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Should be. There we go.
My name's Todd Forbes. I work in advanced manufacturing. It's actually all thanks to the hawk that I even found out about it. I have landed. My name's the Hawk. I'm here to help you find a stable career. How? Check out City School. They have a ton of courses you can take for free. Good luck. I'll do my best.
I just have a hard time following because I can't hear the audio.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that.
But the visuals looked pretty good.
And I'm wondering about getting back to the beginning to get back to the reality of today. So that, and that's how it all happened. City School really helped. I think because we're starting from, it's like resolving, like what I talk about with the point of view. We look at something and then we have to cut back to get that reaction. Otherwise, everything else now is not following through, like what we've talked about before. With resolving a point of view, when the character looks off screen, we have to go back to that character to resolve it. So in the same way, when we start off in reality, and instead of maybe even that big huff that he has at the beginning, maybe what we can do is start off, we get into a ripple dissolve, we leave there, and the hawk is there, and saying to him, hi, I want to help you out with blah, blah, blah. And goes through all of that with City School, blah, blah, blah. And then we go back from that ripple dissolve of him like, well, and that's how it all started. Somehow getting back to reality again. I think that's important to touch base and to continue that circle, exactly like what Sue's visually doing, is to get back to the circle, finish the circle. And I think that's important. So again, like I said, we can sit down and have a Zoom meeting. I'm going to let you come back with Lawrence and Jalen and Ethan, with the stories. And once you feel that they're at that point, Sue, I'd like if you can let me know for each of them as you go, because as they come up forward, I will sit down with them to go through their board and get that resolved so that we can make it a little more solid. If you can notify me, because it has to go through your hands before it comes back to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So
the one thing I was wondering, the reason I wanted to see it again, Ethan, at the beginning, where he just after the ripple effect, where we see that he's not happy. I'm wondering that I feel like there needs to be a line there or a body posture or something that really indicates that he's miserable. That he doesn't have, because you then make the statement that the hawk is guiding him to city school to get the career of the job of his dreams. But there's nothing to indicate that he's unhappy in his work. So I think there needs to be something, there needs to be an emphasis in there just to make that super clear.
Like the hawk can already be there. The hawk could already be there and he's painting a fence or something and going, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to paint for the rest of my life. Hey, well, let me tell you. And so something like that, you can already eliminate that hawk coming in and all that. Oh, boom, I'm landing, or what. You can already have the hawk there and looking over the fence and going, oh, excuse me, but I just overheard you, and something to that effect that you can work out with Sue. And then once that gets resolved and you figure out how to go from one spot to the other, then we'll deal with it one-on-one. But also too, like I say, the voices, let's make sure that they're different voices. You know, maybe one has an accent. Oh, I'm so tired of working on this painting fence all day. I want something different in my life, you know? And then the hawk, well, I've just overheard. So you've got some kind of opposite, some kind of other voice as opposed to it being so close, just by throwing in some crazy accent or whatever, just to give some kind of a variation in the voice, because otherwise you're hearing almost the same voice and it's like, who's talking?
I tried using a deeper pitch, but obviously I will keep that in mind, especially just throw something else into it to make it just that much more distinct when it comes down to it.
Yeah, just even an accent.
Okay.
You know, an accent can make such a world of difference. You never know what's gonna happen, right? So
Good. Okay, thank you so much, Ethan.
Yeah.
Anything
Yes.
from Kat? We're not hearing from our client. I think she had to step out.
No,
actually,
Kat's still here.
I'm having a snack with my daughter, so I don't want you to.
Okay.
What?
Little early for the snack, but it's a good snack. I really like the animation. I like the thought that you're having going with it too, the factor of how did I get to this point, having like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Speaker that would be someone we would bring in, like a former student or something, of explaining, I'm doing great now. This is how it happened in the past. You know, having that understanding that it's kind of all walks of life that kind of fall into our city school courses. But yeah, just some of the, I would say go along with the guidance of some of the animation direction to kind of give a little more understanding. But overall, I really liked what you were doing with it, and that
exactly.
thank you for using a brochure. I appreciate that. Great job. I can't wait to see the final. Good job.
Thank you, Kat. Okay, Joshua, you are up next. And I saw, do you have your mic today? Were you the one who said you didn't have mic access? And are you even here? I don't see you.
I don't see.
Yeah, I don't think he's
You're
here.
not here. Okay. Harsh, you're up. I know you're here.
Is there supposed to be sound at this point, Harsh? Harsh, is there supposed to be sound at this point?
No, I need to change the sound.
Okay. Just that if there's sound, we don't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How long is this? Is this over 30 seconds?
Yeah, it's 30-second.
Oh, it is, eh? Okay.
I thought I heard just the faintest voices in there, which would have been really helpful to hear, even if they're not finished quality harsh. It would be so much easier to watch with some kind of scripting to it.
Okay.
You don't have working? It sounded like there was something there, some audio.
The voices were there. Just wait for my.
Oh, okay. It just gives your drawing some context, you know?
So maybe we can watch it again if the voices are there.
Mhm.
Yes.
For me, I'm finding that you're not establishing and reestablishing where characters are in relationship. And the framing of it is that you have it staged where the characters are really high in the screen up here somewhere. And there's all this blank space down here. And how they get to different spots is very unexplained. So I think that there's a lot of explaining visually needs to be handled better. The visuals are not explained very well in it because we don't even know where we are in relationship to what's going on inside there and the relationship to where each of the characters are to each other and within the environment. So we need to establish clearly what's going on. And then we have to reestablish once we're in the interior of where everybody is and what everything is within that environment and where everybody is in relationship to each other within the environment. So there's a lot of work, I think, that visually has to go on before this can go too far. Visually, it's just not working. The framing of it is awkward. Sorry if it sounds really harsh. I don't mean it to be. I just feel that I think you have some ideas going on there. And like from what I remember you talking about, it's a good idea, except that it's not being executed to show off the idea as well as it could be. So again, if you'd like, we can have a one-on-one and I can try and help you out once Sue has gone over the script with you.
I'm remembering this script. I believe the script is there. I think it's there and just not coming across visually. I was waiting to sort of, that's why I wanted to hear where you had things. And I wasn't sure if this was just a matter of a lack of time to get it to a further state. I will have a look at the script again, but this isn't what I'm recalling the script heading towards, you know? So there's something not quite connecting there. And I think it's a matter of, I don't know where the storyboards are at. Like that's the piece I don't see, right? So I'm not sure where it's, maybe we need to go back and look at the framing that you've set up within the script. I will have a look at that, Harsh, and give you further feedback, but.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, yeah, there's a lot of confusing shots, and the major issue I see is the bulk of the story is all side view. It's all two-dimensional side. Three-quarter works. It helps us understand where we are and what's going on. But get rid of all these profile side views on all the characters and everything.
Well, and establishing clearly where everything is in relationship to each other and where they are within. I just find too that it's awkwardly framed with the characters very high up in this.
It's hard to follow. Visually, it's hard to connect the shot to shot.
Okay. Thank you, Harsh. We'll follow up. Okay.
So yeah, that would be another person, Sue, that
Yeah.
I'd like if you let me know where it's at, and then I can, and then try to book them instead of having like 5 people in a row. I can try and book them as they come to me.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sue.
Madison, you are up. There she is.
There's that cute kitty. Love that kitty.
The hawk? Why didn't you use the front door?
There was no time. I wanted to ask you this instant how Mohawk City School benefited you down the road.
Well, City School allowed me to take Introduction to Construction for free. Now, I work in construction full time. I can fix this wall no problem.
Impressive work.
I know, and it's all thanks to Mohawk City School. The free course I took showed me construction is my passion.
Let's see it again. I love that cat. That cat's so cute.
The hawk? Why didn't you use the front door?
There was no time. I wanted to ask you this instant how Mohawk City School benefited you down the road.
Well, City School allowed me to take Introduction to Construction for free. Now, I work in construction full time. I can fix this wall no problem.
Impressive work.
I know, and it's all thanks to Mohawk City School. The free course I took showed me construction is my passion.
I think at the very beginning, if you just want to go back right to the beginning, when he first enters the room, we don't have much of a chance for her to react. She's reacting as he does it. And I think what we need to have is him come in a little bit sooner and then her react, because we have them both doing the same. We're having them both acting at the same time, so our eye doesn't know which one to follow. So usually what you do is you try to have one action happen and then an action slightly after that, so that it reads a little clearer, as opposed to just 2 actions and our eyes don't know which one to look at first. So if you just play it from the beginning, you'll see what I'm saying.
The hawk?
See?
Why didn't you?
So she's,
Yeah.
he could come out sooner because she's sitting there going, ha, 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 and she reacts even before he's entered the room. So
Yeah.
we need to have him come into the room a little bit sooner, just a tiny bit sooner. And then, then she reacts to that. You see what I'm saying? So we need to just push them a little bit more so that we get them a better timing for it, because it's like we don't know which one to look at. And we want to be able to enjoy that little crazy look of the cat with the hair all up and everything like that. So yeah, let's have him enter a little bit sooner. That's one of the things that I would say on it. It would be nice to try and get a little more of a 3/4 view as opposed to the same shot each time. It looks a little bit like the same shot. But overall, I really like this. I love that little kitty cat design. It's so cute.
Thank you. That's really helpful.
Good. So let's look at it just one more time, and then we can take it from there, if that's okay, just so we can enjoy it all again.
The hawk? Why didn't you use the front door?
There was no time. I wanted to ask you this instant how Mohawk City School benefited you down the road.
Well, City School allowed me to take Introduction to Construction for free. Now, I work in construction full time. I can fix this wall no problem.
Impressive work.
I know, and it's all thanks to Mohawk City School. The free course I took showed me construction is my passion.
And I don't know if we really need those little pans that you have with going on. I think that I don't think that they're necessary. I think just cutting would be better on this. But this looks really awesome. It's a lot of fun, as far as I'm concerned. Nice scripting, nice everything. It looks really cute. Great designs, all of it. A lot of fun. You're more than welcome. Good job. Good acting too. Good voice acting in it.
I loved your story at the end of it, the catch line of finding your passion in that course.
Yeah.
Especially because you kept your main character a female. We do a specific course, Introduction to Construction for Women, and we have had a lot of women become very in love with construction and that after taking the course and that. So seeing you even continue on with that, that this is what they found out through the course and that, absolutely love it. So great job on that. To save yourself on a little bit of detail on the end, even if you want to just put up the logo and the website, because I seen you had like phone number and stuff like that. No, it's okay. Just you can cut it down a bit because I know it's like quick read, right, in 30 seconds. So even something simple like that. But other than that, my daughter's loving your cat, by the way, too. She thinks it's pretty fun.
It's adorable.
This is how I test your PSAs, just FYI.
Well, you know what? If it works, it works.
Exactly. But no, great job. I'm loving the feel for it. I can't wait to see the final product. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't wait to see all the color of it and everything.
Thank you, Madison.
Yep.
Ethan, you are up next. Are you here? I don't see you. No. Okay, we'll move on. Cat. From a cat to a cat. Katiana. There she is.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go, cat, go. I like that time.
We don't have audio.
Don't forget it when you hit the screen share
Yeah,
to hit the little check
sorry.
marks. That's okay. That's okay.
Finally, a day off. Time for video games.
Angus.
Oh my gosh. Oh, good morning. I just had a short circuit. Are you available today? Okay, thanks.
To the city school, I was able to come and save you.
You're my superhero. Hey, do you want to play video games with me?
Yeah.
Your soundtrack cut out just at her key line. I didn't quite catch it, but anyhow.
So let's play it again. It looks a little different than the storyboard that you've handed in, though.
Yeah, I arranged it.
What a beautiful day. Finally, a day off. Time for video games. Oh my gosh. Oh, good morning. I just had a short circuit. Are you available today? Okay, thanks.
Thanks to the city school, I was able to come and save you.
You're my superhero. Hey, do you want to play video games with me?
Yeah.
For me, I remember that you had a close-up on the plug going in, as opposed to animating the whole character being electrocuted or shocked. And I kind of like that idea better, so that we see him actually plugging in. And I'm also noticing that you're having the characters walking right along that line within the screen. They're not comfortably in their environment. Plus, there was some where you had expressions and we had some close-ups going on, and we had a couple of other shots, and that's all missing in this, that you actually had in your storyboard. And I just sort of feel kind of like that's too bad, because some of the stuff that you did have in your storyboard, I think overall worked a little better, because you did have some of those close-ups. It wasn't just all this one long shot. And and you were getting reaction shots and different things like that. So I'd like to be able to go back in with it. I mean, there's some stuff that's working really nice here. I just find it a tight field with them walking right along the edge of the bottom of the screen like that. It just looks really awkward. I'd like to go back in on this, the original storyboard that you had, because I think it was a little stronger in some areas than this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think my sense was the same, Lillian, just that this is like the big picture and with very little detail.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more, you know, some close-ups or some.
Well, she did have a lot of that in that I
Yeah.
think was working really wonderfully.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, I think it got dropped, and I think we need to go back in and just sit down and rehash it out. And put it back in where we can. Because originally, I think it's a stronger storyboard than what I'm seeing now.
Mhm. One of the things that was missing for me, and perhaps this was in your storyboarding, was a close-up of her doing a repair, whatever that is. I mean, she stands there with the toolbox, if I'm correct. She stands with the toolbox. She goes over to the TV, but there's no actual kind of feeling of hands on a tool doing a repair that I think would help the that's what she's there for, right? It would help the storyline for me.
And I mean, you don't have to do this, but I think what would be kind of nice too is just to have some kind of picture inside that TV, just to suggest it's some kind of a game that's going on or whatever. Yeah. We can go back over it. We can have a one-on-one Zoom if you'd like, Kat. Because I think you had a lot of stuff already in the original storyboard. I think it's just rejigging it about. I think you were trying to just keep it nice and simple by just doing it like this. And I think you've just lost a little bit of the meat and potatoes that should be in there. The rest of the scripting of it sounds good. The voices sound good. It's just revamping some of the visuals to go along with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting visually. I don't see anything that says gaming.
Yeah.
There's no controller. There's nothing that it looks like they're just going to watch TV. I don't see where the room's empty. Like, are they going to stand and play the game, or is there some furniture in as well?
Yeah, I think the original environment looked a little bit different, and the original storyboard looked a little bit different. And it's not trying to. I think you were trying to simplify, because I do say simplify. Don't get too. And unfortunately, maybe you took that too far and simplified way too much. So I apologize if you took the information that I'm saying about simplify a little further than it should have been, because I really do think a lot of stuff in your original storyboard was working quite well. So we can have a private Zoom again. I don't think you have to change the script. I don't think I have to wait for Sue on that or anything like that. I think we can just have a one-on-one, and we can go back in and say, okay, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, put that there, put this there. And we can even walk through and do it right from the get-go. And I think it'll be awesome. I really do.
Okay, thank you.
Now, did we get Client Cat's comment?
I think the animation's looking good in that. I like the reference to City School. I think I would just have to wait to see how it kind of plays out. It seemed like there was a little bit of a disconnect of kind of how she came to be the one to be there. Because I seen him making a phone call in that too. But I did like the reference to City School and that. But yeah, more of just waiting to see where the final product goes, because as everyone else has kind of pointed out, there's a few little details missing in that kind of make it a little disconnected. But other than that, it's looking great. And I can't wait to see the final product.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think even as Hawk is speaking to her on the phone, he could easily say, you know, I mean, he could just be holding her like most people do. A lot of people keep having the phone up to the face, but he could have the phone like this and we can have a cut in on that phone of her, and saying, you know, whatever her name is, like say it's Marcia. Marcia, you're the woman for the job. You learned all this at City School. Yes, I'm on my way. And that could be even an indication right there. Like, you've learned from City School. I know you're the woman for the job. So something like that could be indicated right from the script into the storyboards. I can, you know, like you can go over this a little bit with Sue on that kind of, sorry, I got something in my eye. You can go over it with Sue a little bit on that, and then we can reconnect and go over it and indicate that. I think that might be a nice little touch to it too, because then you got a visual on the phone of that character. So we see the point of view of Hawk talking to her on the phone saying, my gamer is down. Oh no. And we were supposed to play today. I'm on my way anyhow. And, you know, something to that effect. And, you know, and he can be indicating that you've learned at City School, come and help me fix this. You know? So something to that effect. I'll leave it with you and Sue to deal out those final words and etc. And then you and I can go back in and take some of the visuals that you already had and just reiterate them better. Sound good?
We'll follow up, Kat.
Sounds good, because I do like some of the other stuff you had already. It was like, oh, she didn't put it in.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kat, for that. Appreciate that. Euros, you're up.
Do we have Noah also? I'm just curious because I have Noah on the.
He's coming this afternoon.
Okay, just because he's in this particular list, so I'm.
Yeah,
looking.
he had to switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Sorry, yours.
All good, all good. Hello, everyone. Good morning. So I actually just wanted to start with the environment shot because, like Lillian was saying, my sword was quite rough. So just that in your heads, that's kind of the idea for the environment. Okay. Let's go for the PSA here.
You think you can fix it?
Oh yeah, no problem.
How are you so confident?
I learned how to fix bigger boats at City School, so there should be no problem. City School offers a lot of different courses to help everyone get ready for college and work. They really helped me after I immigrated to Canada.
Wow, thank you. Do they have a website?
Their website is mohawkcollege.ca/City School. What are you waiting for? Change your life today and apply now.
So I just wanted to add one thing. Just for the beginning there, I realized it was quite quick. I think what I might do just for future is cut out that whole entering scene and just maybe have him just docked and just the boat's smoking and she walks
Are
up
you
to it
over?
just so
Are you
I'm not
over
over
30 seconds?
I'm not over, but if you watch, it's quite fast. I feel like it'd be very hard to get all that information in right away. So.
Yeah, you got a lot of different
I agree,
locations.
Euros.
up there. So it's gonna-
Yeah.
It loses some meaning.
Right. And I realized that once I put it all together, I'm like, yeah, this doesn't look how I
Mhm.
wanted it to. So maybe it'll just cut to him being maybe here already on the dock and
Well, that's
her walking
yeah.
up or something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe just
Yeah.
easier for that. And then at
Go
the
back
end as
to
well.
that. Oops,
Which
sorry.
part? No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just
Let
gonna
it-
say for the end part, I just wanted to add maybe a bit more about City School, just because I see like other PSAs having more of what it is than just what the course is per se. So maybe just add a bit more of that at the end, and I think the logo instead of just the website at the end as well. Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say, Lynn?
Go ahead. Can we just look at it again?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So yeah, this would all be cut out. Up to here, right?
Yeah, like maybe up to here, and that way we can get maybe a bit more dialogue and less because I think this whole scene is like 10 seconds and then the rest of the dialogue is like 20. So I think I wanted to maybe just
if we do that, if we start like we're right about here and he's getting out of the boat or he gets out of the boat or he's already on the dock, whatever way you want to set it up. If you want to have him starting already on the dock, and you could have like the sign clear of boat repair and
Mhm.
maybe a little bit of smoke coming up off the boat.
Yeah, like that was the
then-
idea. Is there's smoke and stuff, and it's kinda
Right,
broken
and
now,
so
right?
so then maybe we have that, and it's just set up a little bit better, a little more of a 3/4 view. And then what I think what we could do too is we stick to just one or two of the characters, and they're really tight fields, and we're not getting over the shoulder shots or anything at all. We're just, it's like this guy here for the whole time, and then it's that guy there. And I think we need to get back and forth and get some reaction shots happening. So I think
Yeah,
that's
like I tried
something
the
that,
one. I think that's also I had to cut a bit. Just like I have the one reaction shot here, but I had one earlier, but just because there's so much dialogue and not enough time for this beginning part, I had to cut a bit.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that's why if I cut a bit from the front, I can maybe add a bit more reaction. and
Exactly.
posing
And
such.
instead of having the character quite center pose, and
Maybe off
that kind of
off
thing,
to a bit.
a little bit over to the side, so that
Mhm.
if the character's on the screen, what you usually do is you'll stick them over a little bit over to the 3/4 view. And the close up here looks really awkward, where if you want to go close, I think that might be a little too close, because if you're having the hands move, now I'm just going to do a really, really rough thing here, but just to give you an idea. I think maybe more that kind of idea for a setup, okay? I know that's super rough and it's just a quick thumbnail, but
I
where
get it,
you
though, I
have
get
it, you got it dead center screen, and way too close. And the hands look really awkward because it's like,
Yeah, they're kind of coming in from nowhere.
and the same with the ones of the hawk. I think what we need to do is refield them so that you have one on one side talking to the other one. And see, this is, again, too tight on the head. The head is being pushed to the top and there's no room to have the hands animating. So they look really awkward. Okay. So I think we need to readjust some of those. So if you'd like to, once again, if you want, we can do the one-on-one. And sometimes that's a way to go with it. And it's up to you. We can do a one-on-one, or we can do it within the classroom and have a Zoom one-on-one or whatever, and just to readjust some of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Yeah. So are you going over this with Sue then? Is that correct?
We certainly can. I was just going to say, Yoros, I think your instincts are really good as far as where you want to take some of your material out and leave room elsewhere.
I think that's awesome too.
You want to work through that on your own, because I think you see, this is what animatics are fantastic for, right? They give you that sense of how it plays out, and is what you first saw in your head what is actually able to be produced. So having said that, I think your instincts are good. And if you want to work through it, and then I can check it, or we can sit together, I leave it up to you, because you seem to have a good idea of where you want to go.
That's what I might do, is just give it a shot, try redoing it, and then just hand it in to you guys, and then just see your feedback or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then maybe go over everything again.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can go over a Zoom thing with that.
So I've got some suggestions on here. The beginning seems to be most of your action and setup, and cutting that's fine, because I like the idea of him just coasting in with smoke out of the motor or whatever.
But it better be established.
But after that, it's all talking heads action. So maybe, and done simply, you could have, as they're talking, a little hook can go by, and then we can see the boat being raised out of the water, or the motor. So you can see a little bit of action going on, that she's already, maybe she's got a little control in her hand that is moving this crane or whatever around to lift the boat out or whatever. So at least there's something going on.
The thing with cutting out the beginning part was, like, the idea was his boat's maybe already sitting there smoking.
Yeah.
Maybe she comes in and hits it with a wrench or something, just something simple, just some movement, and then it kind of just.
That's what I mean.
Out,
Yeah,
right?
you just need something to be happening rather than just standing there talking about it.
Yeah.
And that was the problem, is I couldn't get much movement with the time. Just
This will open it up so you can have more.
So before we do that, we're going to set up a good establishing shot of where it's located. Go in a little closer, showing that it has, boat repair up on some building or something like that, that she's standing in front of this dock. So some kind of, where, I mean, right up in that section you can have boat repair or whatever, so that we can really see that and read that, and everybody knows it's boat repairs. So, and then once we go to the close-ups, then we get all those cutaways, nice cutaways, and we know where we are, right? And like David said, you just don't want a bunch of talking heads, but you can still have little bits of action, or maybe she's already got stuff. I saw you coming in. You know, maybe she says something to that effect. I saw your boat smoking coming in. I'm ready to, and she's already got tools in her hands or whatever. And as she's talking, she can be, we don't even have to see her doing it. We can hear the sound effects going, and she's talking to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And oh yeah. And he's like, oh, so where did you, and we can cut to close up and her looking back and talking away to him, that kind of idea. And we don't even have to see all that animation. We hear it. You don't have to, the audience doesn't always have to see things. They can hear it going on in the background and have the reactions of, yeah, oh yeah, well, just about done. Here you go, Hawk. And then Hawk's like, whoa. And then next thing you know, she's standing up. We don't even have to see her animating to be standing up. We don't even have to animate that. We just have Hawk going, done already? And then cut to a 2-shot. And yeah, all finished. This is, like I said, what I've learned at City School. You know,
Yeah, I think that's
so
perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, and I think I mistracked on
that's
where I was supposed to
okay.
go.
That's
and
okay. It's just like
right
Sue
now.
said. It's just like Sue said. That's what animatics are for. And in storyboarding and in scripts and things like that, like when I'm working in animation, when I've been working in animation, we would do the animatic over and over again till we got it right and got what we wanted, because then you're not wasting time trying to animate something and making something work that doesn't work in the first place. What you do is you make it work in the first place, and then you are free to animate it. And that's the same as like what I say to you, put in all your posing. If you got it in your posing, it's going to show in your animation. So then when you go to animate it, your extreme poses are already right there, and you're just filling in the blanks. And it's easy peasy at that point, or a lot easier. Let's say that, not easy peasy, because it's still not easy, but it's easier. Yeah, so, yeah, so we can just sit down, the two of us. I don't know if we really need to have Sue, no offense, Sue, but I think that, like you said, he already has it in his head of where he sees, and he's already in tune to it. So we can just sit down and go through the board together, if you'd like. You know,
thank you. Kat, sorry, Kat, do you have any feedback? I'd love to hear your feedback as well.
I was gonna say, did David get his piece in? Because I know David was trying to say something at one point.
Oh, no,
too.
good. Yep.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, if you wanted to add to that animation a little bit, cut out one of your lines in the last part where you're promoting City School.
Yeah.
Promote City School, but you don't have to be as detailed. That's the point of them going to that website later, is to find out a little more of those details.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I thought you guys wanted more, so I was trying to fit as much as I could in.
No.
Okay,
It doesn't have to be, because
that helps a lot.
the thing I want you to think of when you're creating this, I want to see somebody who's taken our course and applying their skills.
Right.
That's what I want to see, because their skill set is what inspires others to go into those fields and stuff like that. So by them being successful and using those skills that they obtained in those courses, that's the inspiration behind it. And it's just that added piece at the end of, well, City School is the way to do it if you want to really try it for free and stuff like that. I think maybe there's like one sentence, I think, in there in your paragraph that you could easily just get away with, and that would open up some time for some added animation.
Yeah.
My only other suggestion is to, at the end, the website is actually /try college for free, not City School.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't too sure what it was. I figured we'd talk about it so I could fix it up, but I'll make sure to put it down too.
Yeah, no worries. Like our City School one, like when you go to City School, it has a list of like everything, but more so for these ones, I always say use the /try college for free, because it takes them to the general course listings page. So that way, in a course, that takes them all right there. But if they want to know about City School, then yeah, they just go to general City School. But overall, I'm loving what you're doing. It's a really interesting take on boat repair and that too. And I hope that by me telling you to shorten your stuff a little bit, add a little bit more to that animation, because you have great animation happening.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate that's a lot of help. Thank you.
No.
I actually love the mention of immigration as well. I thought that that specific mention was really important in this particular
Yeah,
script.
I think it's just the one line before that, that just cut out that one little line before that, because it had, I think you expanded on our free and credit or non-credit courses and that. Don't worry about those little itty bitty details. Just, I think there's one where you said you took the course. It was great for immigrants new to Canada, and then leave it at that. Here's the website, try college for free.
Let's play it one more time and then you can point it out to them. How's that?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so play it one more time and she'll point it out exactly.
You think you can fix it?
Oh yeah, no problem.
How are you so confident?
I learned how to fix bigger boards at City School, so there should be no problem. City School offers a lot of different courses to help everyone get ready for college and work. They really helped me after I immigrated to Canada.
Wow, thank you. Do they have a website?
Wait, go back 2 seconds for a second there. Go back, yeah, there, wait, right there.
Really helped me after I immigrated to Canada.
Oh, just before that. Thank you. That line just before that, I think.
Oh, there should be no problem. City School offers a lot of different courses to help everyone get ready for college and work. They really helped me after I immigrated to Canada.
Wow.
I heard something different the first time around.
Let it play through. Let it play through again. Let it play through again, and then you can hear it.
Yeah, just play it through one more time, and
yeah,
I'll see if I can, because it's just.
So there should be no problem. City School offers a lot of different courses to help everyone get ready for college and work. They really helped me after I immigrated to Canada.
Wow, thank you. Do they have a website?
Their website is mohawkcollege.ca/city school. What are you waiting for? Change your life today and apply now.
What are you waiting for, huh? Nice accent. Who did that?
Yeah, yeah. I kept having that accent in my head too.
I know.
That was actually my mother.
Is that your mom?
Yeah, she actually has an accent, but I told her to push it a bit more. So
awesome! I love it. It was awesome. Good voice. Good voice. Yeah, go to city school. Huh?
Reality.
Yeah, actually, it sounds, when I listened to it again in that too, it's pretty much spot on. Maybe a couple of words out of it, but other than that, it's okay to be as is. I was just trying to open up some space for you to add a little more animation into it if need be. But yeah.
Well, once he cuts that beginning out, we'll have a lot more to play with.
Yes.
So that will make a big difference on the final. You'll see.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm loving it. It's great. And just that little change at the end, and do try college for free instead of city school, you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Try college for free.
Well done, Yaros. Thank you.
Yes, very, very good.
Cool. Ahmed, are you here?
He's having a sleep.
There he is.
Hello.
You're up. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're good. We are waiting with bated breath.
Okay. Share sound. Can you see?
See it. See it.
See it? Okay, there you go.
I can't beat that evildoer. He's right there and I keep losing to him. I don't know what to do.
Think outside the box. Have you tried a cage? Huh?
Lad, where did you learn to make that?
I learned welding from City School. They have a wide variety of programs, and it's free. No charge.
Oh, sign me right up.
Sounds all getting beat up on.
Yeah, could we watch that? Yeah, could we watch that again?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a big echo. We're getting a big echo happening.
Was the volume good, or should I increase it?
If you can increase the volume. Wow. big
I'll
echo on me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, big echo on me.
Mm-hmm.
Volume mixer. That one. Is that louder?
I can't beat that evildoer. He's right there and I keep losing to him. I don't know what to do.
Ah, think outside the box. Have you tried a cage? Huh?
Lad, where did you learn to make that?
I learned welding from City School. They have a wide variety of programs, and it's free. No charge.
Oh, sign me right up.
Can we see it again? Please?
Again?
Can
Okay.
we see it again?
I'm going to sign out and sign back in because I'm getting.
I'm going to
sign
sign
out and sign back in.
I think we
because I'm
all
getting-
are.
Oh,
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we all are.
Yeah, I'm getting it
And
now.
once
Yeah, I'm getting it
he's
now.
finished, we won't get it. He's finished, we won't get it probably.
I can't beat that evildoer. He's right there and I keep losing to him. I don't know what to do.
Ah, think outside the box. Have you tried a cage? Huh?
Lad, where did you learn to make that?
I learned welding from City School. They have a wide variety of programs, and it's free. No charge.
Oh, sign me right up.
Okay, I think it can stop share screen. I think it can stop share screen.
I am missing the bad guy at the beginning, like where he is or she is. There's just a disconnect for me from that.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time following it all. Yeah.
I like some of the cutaways to close-ups, like of the control module and that sort of thing, but the story, I'm missing something at the beginning.
Is it in the script?
It could be, like, I think we just need to look at this again, Ahmed, because I'm just not seeing. I think it's a visual that's missing because he
Yeah, but if it's
guy, he refers to a bad guy that I don't see, and I know we're not supposed to show more than the two characters, but there's just something when the person comes out to help. I don't know what they're referring to. There's no visual reference to the bad guy. There's just it's in the script. He says it, but I don't see it. And then all of a sudden he's caged and I don't know where he came from. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's missing for me, but that's why I wanted to see it again, because I thought maybe I missed him. Like where because when the cage comes down, it's right there. So the bad guy should have been right there. Should we not have seen him before? The hawk says he's right there, but I can't get him, and I don't understand why.
Where's yeah.
It's a combination. I think if it's in the script to say that floating over his head is a bad guy, or he's up in a tree or on a fence, then if it's in the script, then should be in the visuals. So it's a combination of making sure that it's in your script and that he's running along a fence and there he went, and we catch something happening, or in that sort of sense. So, and why this other character, from him hiding to the side, I think that's part of why it makes it confusing, is like, why is this guy coming out from the bushes? But it would be okay if we make that connect that that he's trying to catch this character.
You have sort of, there's a close-up of Hawk that changes a few times right off the top, where he's saying, I think there's like 3 different sequences of the Hawk as he's saying to himself, the fact that he can't get this bad guy. And I'm wondering if one of those shots was different and established Hawk in reference to the bad guy. Maybe that would help with the context of it. Lillian, I'd appreciate your input there. Like, is that enough to give it reference?
Well, I think part of it is that we're not really supposed to have more than two characters, like Hawk and the other character. And I think he was trying to avoid having a third character, right, Admin?
What if it's a shadow?
So I think that
it's a shadowy figure, no, so without detail to keep it simple.
he's so, I mean, he could have some kind of dialogue too of like, he's so small and so fast and flies around, something to that effect. It's hard to even see him. And then this guy comes out a little sooner with this cage. I think we need to see that cage ascend and then descend. Like we've got that close up, like I suggested with the clicking of the button and then cutting away, but we needed to see that extend and then both of them looking up, you got him. Something to that effect. That way, at least we sort of get the impression that he's caught somebody. And then when we see it landing, it could make more sense. But it's, and by taking out a couple of the drawings in the front could help with that. He's so quick. And just that kind of thing. He's so small, he's so quick and flies. And then the other guy comes out really quick sooner and says, have you ever tried the cage? Watch this, click. And then the cage goes up and the two of them, we have a wider shot of the two of them looking around. You got him, Hawk could say. And then the cage coming back down and we just see this silhouette inside the cage might be an easier way to handle that. Without even having to show another third character, it still could be an easy way. And then you can still do those close-ups. And it's not that far from what you already have. It's maybe cutting it a little different and having one or two other shots and that would be it. But you're still getting the point across. I think it's a possibility of doing it like that without having a third character.
In the last shot, when the cage comes in, is the character in that cage?
Yes, he is.
Does it look like a teddy bear or something in there? Again, I don't know who the character is, what's going on.
Yeah, it was supposed to be more of a silhouette, correct, Admin?
Yeah.
It was kind of like a silhouette and we just see eyes and hands on the cage like, you caught me, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just that visual wasn't clear. I couldn't tell what.
Yeah. I think we had talked a little bit about it in the storyboarding stage, but it hasn't got translated quite right.
Okay.
But I think just adding in a couple of those lines might help of like, and quick actions, making that, he's so fast, I'll never catch him. And then the other character coming out going, have you ever tried a cage? Click. And then the cage coming down and going, or the cage going off, I mean, and then the two of them looking like, and then, and he's just moving the clicker and the two of them having a couple of poses of, you got him. And then the cage coming back down and we cut to that. How did you do it? And you have the two of them, city school, I learned how to build. And so you can maybe do it, that kind of idea. I think that
I kind of visualized that like a bit ago too.
Yeah. I know we talked about
started. Yeah, I literally thought of the same thing right now. Like a couple of minutes ago, I could do that.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. What do you think, Kat, about that? Is she here? Yeah, there she is. Are you still eating? Are you still snacking on goodies?
I keep snacking from time to time. It's my daughter.
Damn.
I would say it's got a great connection to City School, and that like the promotion of it at the end there is really good in that too. But yeah, just those added pieces that's being suggested in that to your animation at the beginning to kind of get a more of an overview of what exactly is happening between those two characters. Yeah, there's not much more I can add to that. Like I said, from my perspective, you've kind of met the expectations of, you know, promoting city school and stuff, especially speaking of welding and that. But yeah, I think there's just a little disconnect in the storyline leading up to that a bit. But overall, really good job. I like.
I'm wondering. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I like the animations. They're really cute.
I'm wondering too, if the character is already in the scene, and we have the two of them right at the start, and Hawk going, "I'll never catch him," and then he could say, "Well, have you tried a cage?" So that he's not behind the fence; he's right there with the Hawk right off the bat, and the two of them are looking up and having a couple of the poses like, "He's so fast, he's so little. Well, have you tried a cage? I made one from city school that I learned from city school," and then clicks the button and the cage then goes up, and the two of them, we cut back to a wide shot of the two of them and they're watching. "Ah, you got him," and Hawk says. And then, you know, even a close-up of like Hawk excited, and the other character goes, "Yeah." And then we see the cage come back down and the character's in behind. And then we can cut back to the two of them and him, the character in behind, like, you know, this kind of a silhouette type look. And then we cut back to the two of them and going, "Well, you did a good job going to city school, learning that free course, blah, blah, blah," or whatever, you know, that kind of idea. I think that could do better than him hiding, because I think part of it too is unconnecting, because why is he hiding, this guy, right? So where if they're both standing there, right off the bat, and looking, you can see that they're both looking to some imaginary character off screen that we don't even really have to see. And then they're like, "Oh, he's so fast. Oh, I'll never catch him." And then he says it. I think that could work without having to show a third character other than when he lands, and we hold on that a little longer of him, maybe even menacing, like, "Oh," just making some kind of a silhouette with the eyes just going and going down like he's really PO'd. I think that might be a way to get around it.
Yeah, I think we need to explain this character in the bushes. I think that's confusing.
Yeah, I think we don't need to have him in the bushes.
Yeah, and even the idea that the cage comes out of nowhere. I don't know if this character with the cage, they're using this cage for something else, or he's got something else going on. And then as the Hawk comes into the scene, he can figure out what's up and going, "Oh, I got this cage for this, but let me see if we can catch him with it." Then it would make sense. It's just coming up with why does he have this flying cage in the first place? Because it, again, just defies logic that it just happens to pop out of nowhere. He's got a flying cage. It's having some rationale behind it just to help.
But yeah, I think that's where if they're both together, then he can say, "Well, with the security course," I mean, he could be doing security as opposed to welding, and just say, "With the security course, I learned how to build a cage," just for that purpose, you know?
Okay.
That-
Yeah, just
that's another
some
possibility.
rationale. That's in some sense. It's just that it's all arbitrary, overly staged. That, well, here's a person in the bushes. They happen to have a flying cage. Like what?
Yeah, yeah, but instead of having in the bushes, that's what I'm saying, is have them
Well, I
both
know.
in the
Yeah,
scene right off the bat.
Yep, getting him out
Yeah.
of bushes, but also some rationale why there's a flying cage.
Exactly. Good point, David. Good point. So yeah, we could
How are
do
you feeling,
something with
Ahmed?
that.
See, concepts are subjective. You can get lots of different ideas, and you need to figure out how to
Brainstorming.
make your idea, you know, come through in all of this. But how are you feeling now? Are you clear?
Yeah, I'm clear.
I'm here to, you know, look over anything you come up with, work with you through it, however you want to go at it.
Yeah, because it's looking really good, and I think
Well,
there's a
drawings are
lot
nice.
of potential with it. It's a lot of potential with it, and I like where it's going. It's just nailing down those little bits, like Sue's saying and David's saying. It's just nailing down those little bits. And like I told you, and all of you guys, don't take any of this personally. Like, this is something that you have to go through over and over and over again. And to just have one big change is very minor compared to in the real world, how many times you have to redo and redo and redo and redo and redo and redo.
Yes.
Some storyboards and scripts get changed 4, 5, 6, 7 times before they actually get put in. And that's not even talking about feature films. That's just talking about Saturday morning cartoons and things like that, where we had to go. And like I said, I would have when I was directing and we had to do voices, we would go and have them record the voice 8 times easy and say, okay, yep, that's it. Okay. So now I have 8 different ways the voice had said that same line, and then I had choices to pick and choose from. So these kind of things, they get reworked and reworked and reworked and reworked before you actually finish it. And then even when it's finished, there's always spots where people go, oh, well, you could have did this and you could have did that. There's always those spots.
Yeah.
So just take that into consideration with all of this. But overall, I think it has a lot of potential, and we're all just wanting the best for you.
Oh, good. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Manan, are you here? I haven't seen. Nope.
Don't see.
Okay. No, I don't. Okay. Isham, I saw you. Yes. No. Nope. Okay. Dao.
She's here.
Hello.
She's here.
Yeah, finally, I'm going. I almost fall asleep.
How rude.
I'm always the last one. Hello, Professor. Hello, everyone. Hello, bye. Good morning. Let me share screen share. So can you see it?
Yes.
And so let me play. So can you hear the sound?
Very low.
Low.
Do you know anything about educating young children? I have totally no idea how to educate your children. In here, have an early childhood educator program for 19 years old and up. Totally free. You can join in. Great. Thanks so much. You can go. Bye. Bye, miss.
Can we work on the audio for that and try again?
Yeah.
Oh, no audio?
It was very, very low.
Yeah.
Very low? So,
Hard to hear. We're straining ourselves.
okay.
Oh, that's low.
Maximum. Oh no. I turn my. So when it low, can you tell me? I turn it maximum already.
Yeah, no, it sounds kind of muffled still.
Still low?
Yeah, and muffled a bit.
I don't. Over here, I heard really, I listen really loud.
Could be just something else in the. Could be something on the Zoom meeting. You know. Are they in a school here?
Yes. Okay. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Try playing it again. It's full screen now, which we can see it better. Maybe we can hear it better.
Yes. So, can you hear clear? Does it
Not
sound
really.
better?
No.
Let it play. Go ahead and let it play, though.
Yeah.
Who are you? What are you doing in my class? Do you know anything about educating children? I have totally no idea how to educate young children in the classroom. Do you have any suggestions? India have an early childhood educator program for 19 years old and up. Totally free. You can join. Great. Thanks so much. You can go. Bye.
Well, I couldn't hear the whole story, but I'm finding that there's a lot of down shots.
Yeah, everything's shooting on the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's not really well established, and we need to cut in some close-ups, but on 3/4 views, and we need to just go through and get some more solid posing in there, and some close-ups and over-the-shoulder shots to go along with this so that we can see what's going on. And I think also too the sound needs to be worked on. It's not very clear.
I try to, because over here my sound really loud.
Yeah, but for us, we don't hear it really.
Yeah, sometimes I find when students have their headsets on, the sound doesn't come through the computer properly. Sometimes it's an issue, but it's not consistent. All depends on how you've got your system set
Can you
up.
unplug your headphones and play it again?
You can do it. I'm sure you can.
Okay, just hold on for a second.
Yeah, just go out and go back in though too, because sometimes you have to go out and go back in, because then it has to register within the computer.
But just watching the animatic without the audio, I have a hard time figuring out what the theme is.
Yeah, and it's jumping around. It's boom, 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 boom. The characters are bouncing all over the screen.
You hear it now?
No.
Yeah, don't hear anything now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to have something visual with the theme because it's so generic. Visually, I have no idea. Again, it ends up being talking heads, even though
It's not even heads. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just bouncing. For me, I'm sorry, but I see the character, one character is here, and then in the next shot, it's over here, and then it's over here, and it's, so this is what I'm seeing with your characters like this in the screen, jumping around. And basically all on the same shot, but just boom, 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 and then the character pops off on, and we need to go into some close-ups, and we need to cut over the shoulder, or even if it's 3/4 views, front views, and we need to see a good establishing shot, other than the word classroom at the beginning. You can still make it obvious that it's a classroom without having that, without having the words.
Yeah. Okay.
So again,
yeah, because the sound cannot hear.
Yeah, so we can probably go over that visually, so that it makes more sense visually. Script,
Yes.
I have no idea what's going on with the script from that. So, and all the words.
Yeah, I
so.
just remix all the script for this one. I have to rework over again, and then I remix everything to Miss Sue and you and Mr. David. Yeah, for the lazy for this one.
Yeah, there are some things with the script that we're still.
Yeah, I remix everything back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But good first start, everybody.
Yeah, let's pare it back.
But the sound, I don't know what happened. over here, I hear really loud on the side.
Okay. I
Is
don't
that the
know-
last person? Oops, sorry, Sue.
No, we have a couple more unless they're not here, but I can't see the screen just now. So I've just got Yan Tao, who I don't believe is here.
Yep.
And Dylan, who I don't believe is here. So yep, that was our last person.
So I just want to say thank you, guys. I think a lot of really talented stuff, and I'm impressed. I know I was on hounding you guys. Let's get the sound, let's get the voices, let's make sure you got 3/4 view. And I was in your face about it. And I just want to say hats off to you. You've pulled through with some pretty awesome looking stuff. So very, very good.
Excellent.
Well done. Well done.
Yes, very well done.
For anyone who, if we're revisiting your script, have a look at your scripts and take into account some of the things that were said today and reach out and let's set up one-on-one time to discuss those. But I'm leaving that in your ballpark to reach out to me. Okay. You know where
Exactly.
you're at with your scripts. So reach out to me. Okay. I'm not gonna chase. And you know if you want and need help, or if you want to tackle it on your own first, or if you want to sit down with me